Hello, and welcome to my Creeper World playthrough. My name is Jason, and this game is an interesting mix between tower defense and RTS. You build bases by collecting energy, and then you destroy a creeper. Now the creeper spreads throughout the map like fluid, so you have to build up your defenses. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what I mean. So you can see I've already played through the entire campaign, but we're going to start over with Hope. Pretty simple stuff early on. In fact, I think this whole campaign is fairly simple. The third one, though, is much improved. Alright, let's hop into Hope.
In the year 13,271, humankind has colonized thousands of worlds. They found none their equal as they spread into a fantastic and bountiful empire. At the height of their greatness, they walked amongst the stars as though they were gods. But gods they were not. It fell from the sky without purpose or reason. 50 worlds fell on the first day. 500 billion lives were lost. World after world fell as man was routed from existence. Nothing could stop what would come to be called the Creeper. It wanted nothing. It could not be reasoned with. It seemed as though its only purpose was to undo all that man had done. But all was not yet lost. The last survivors of humanity have gathered at a world called Hope. Assembled by the visions of a crazed old man, the last of humankind marks its final hours. A great city has been built to house the 50,000 that survive. It will journey from world to world, never staying longer than it must. Guided by the path set by the old man, humanity's final journey has begun.
Okay, and with that little introduction, let's go ahead and hop into Hope. Here we are. Ops. Commander, follow my instructions precisely. Time is critical. Odin City is in the center of your console. She is almost ready to launch. Click the collector button in the command bar, and there's an arrow showing you the button. So these are our structures. Originally, this was a web browser game, and then they got added to Steam as a standalone. Collectors produce energy. Each collector produces energy proportional to the green area around it. Always try to position collectors so they create the greatest total green area with the fewest collectors. Structures must be connected to Odin City to be operational. The collector you just built not only produces energy, it also connects a group of existing collectors to Odin City. There are also some unfinished collectors to the east of Odin City. Since they are now connected to the city, they can be finished. Odin City will produce and deliver construction packets to these collectors. Reports indicate we have only minutes before the first wave of Creeper arrives. We must act fast. Build a relay where I have indicated. Relays create long-range connections, but only with other relays. They can be useful for spanning valleys or creating more direct paths to your base. Once the relays are complete, the 3 newly connected blasters will start to charge. These blasters were built earlier, but have not yet fully armed. Let's wait for the blasters to charge. There's one additional blaster just to the northeast of Odin City. Click it now. There it is. Now click where I have indicated to move the blaster. A key strategy for defending against the Creeper is to move and position your weapons wisely. The Creeper has arrived. This is it, Commander. Our blaster should hold off the Creeper just long enough for us to open the rift and get Odin City out of danger. We need power 3 rift totems in order to activate the rift. These 3 totems are in the upper right hand corner of the map. Click Odin City and fly her to the location I'll indicate. Once there, Odin City will supply rift packets to the totems. Once all 3 totems are charged, the totems will activate the rift. So you can see down there next to the mission time an elevation meter. That shows how high the landmass is compared to the creeper. And the blue bar is the depth of the said creeper. It's just going to keep pouring in and pouring in. Okay, rift activate. And with that, we are victorious. Just a simple tutorial mission. Nothing crazy there. Achievement unlocked. Hope, Taurus, Fitch. Oh, what? I'm getting all of them all of a sudden. Let's see. Fire Rock Studios. Okay. Well, I think I'll just record up to an hour. So we'll probably be able to do Taurus, Fitch, and maybe even Orion in the first episode. Rift complete. We have rifted to the next world. Now that our journey has begun, our goal is to leave each world as quickly as possible. On each world we visit, the Creeper will be hunting us. It has destroyed thousands of our worlds, and won't hesitate to destroy the few of us that remain. Commander, I have some bad news. Our first rift jump has erased our databanks. We've lost valuable nanoschematics. As we visit new worlds, we will have to collect whatever technology we find to rebuild our databanks. Scanners indicate that there is some small good news to report. There is a nanoschematic for building relays at the bottom of your console. Okay, this must be it right here. We need to collect this tech and then activate the rift totems. I recommend building 1 or 2 blasters and using them to push back the creeper that is headed this way, from the south. Move your blasters forward slowly, small jump at a time. Each time you jump, build collectors behind the blasters to extend your network. Once you get the nanoschematic connected to your network, we will be able to build relays again. And once we can build relays, you can quickly build the network to connect and charge the totems. Now get busy, Commander. Our lives depend on you. Not much range on these. Just extend this out as much as possible. Let's see here. Way in the bottom right, you can see our energy stockpile and the collection rate. Collecting 1.7. Looks like each collector... Ooh, I'm sorry. Don't hit escape. Each collector is giving us about 0.1, depending on the area it consumes. And this is a really slow creep. So you can see these blue blocks act as shields, kind of block it in a way, but they only last so long. Oh, we're just waiting on these blasters, really. Suppose we can go ahead and build some more up here. Or we can click and drag on this one now. That's only for 3. Creeper, the original Creeper that I'm playing now, is good and all, but Creeper World 3 just like perfects it. And I love this kind of game. The slow and steady push. Oop. Let's cancel that one. Destroy it, I suppose. X. Okay, we can move... Well, we can leave that one there. Let's move this guy to the front lines. Yeah, there he goes. Well, it's not gonna... This creeper poses almost no threat. But let's just be safe, shall we? Prefer to keep at least 2 connections at every point. Because if you lose one of these connections, you can very quickly succumb to the creeper. Okay, that looks good for now. We have some extra guns. Let's move these guys down here to push back this. And another gun over here. Our influence is slowly spreading. I'm gonna go ahead and build one more collector here. I don't think you can get nullifiers in this version of the game, which permanently destroys these little creeper emitters. But you can push them back so far that blasters and whatnot can just consistently keep them down, rendering them harmless. Almost the same thing, except it permanently costs energy to maintain. Okay, and like, you can just build turrets way back here in the safety of the base, and then fly them to the front lines, which is a very important strategy. Now, this doesn't seem too intense yet, but it gets pretty insane when a tidal wave of creepers heading towards your fortress. And you have to get the proper defenses up. Okay, we just need to grab that technology. I'm going to get a little bit closer so we can push this creeper down, like I mentioned earlier, into a safety pile. There we go. Rendered inert. New technology available, relays. These are useful for sending resources out quickly to other parts of your base and reaching hard to reach places such as this. So you can just build this one here and this one here, and we'll be able to gather that one as well. All we have to do is wait for the end of the mission and we'll be good to go. Just watch those pellets roam about the map. So peaceful. You can turn off music and sound. But I would like to turn down... Here we are. Let's turn down the music. Just a smidge. And if you give me 1 second, I'm going to turn up the game volume. There we go. I can hear those annoying laser shots. Well, might as well build these while we wait. There's the rift. It's kind of sad leaving all this work we had behind. Alright, that was Taurus. Another very easy mission. Mostly for the purpose of tutorials. Alright, let's do Fitch. And that should be good for the first episode after this one. The old man gave us the coordinates for each of these worlds. The gods only know where he got them, but he is the only reason we survived long enough to build Odin City in the first place. So we owe him the benefit of the doubt. Plus, what other choice do we really have anyway? Commander, there is a nano-schematic for energy storage on this world. Build out a base and collect this as the first order of business. Energy storage will allow you to construct storage pods that will buffer the energy our collectors produce. This can be useful when you need to build or arm lots of things all at the same time. Also, Commander, be mindful of your energy consumption at all times. Watch the red starvation indicator in the lower right of your command bar. If this is a very large, you are building too many things or powering too many things at once. Either fall back or build more energy collectors. So all that's telling me is if you're building too many things at once, you just can't support it. You will probably die. So you don't have the proper defense otherwise. Just keep on building here. Alright, where's the, it's over here. I'm not sure if we even need that. Let's get some blasters going. And we'll begin work on relays or collectors in this direction. We're up to 4 collection. We got 5 emitters up there, but they are still slow. So I don't expect any sort of challenge from this map as well. Let's move this forward. Build a collector here. We now have storage containers. How's this? There's not enough space to build 2 objects between these. That's unfortunate, but get those 2 down. You don't really need energy storage so much if you can balance your usage properly, but having a few down isn't a bad idea. Okay, we can kind of start working our way to these ledges. Let's move this guy. Let's just move him up there for now. I almost want the creeper to come in and destroy these blue blocks so that I can actually build there. You should be able to destroy them manually, but you cannot, which is unfortunate. Just keep on spreading. In a way, we're more like a mechanical creeper. Who's really the bad guys? Now, this game does have a pretty interesting story arc if you follow it from the beginning to the end. For example, this old man that they talked about comes into play in the 3rd game. I find that very interesting, and I don't know if he planned ahead for that, but it's nice to see a decent story in a game that's so basic. Yes, we are simply waiting. I am able to finish the map right now. Well, not. I have to get this middle one yet. So we're pretty much just waiting for the supplies to get all the way around the map here. Can I build a relay? No. How about this one? No. Wasn't sure about that. I don't want... No, there's not enough space to build over there. Or here. The 3rd one has research. And you're able to upgrade things like packet speed and fire rate and range. I think that's available in this one, but my memory on it's just a bit rusty. We shall see when the time comes. Okay, well, we can start expanding down here. Build a couple more blasters. Fly them in once they're finished and stocked up. Get the optimal spacing here. As the creeper recedes, our goal is within sight. Go ahead and connect that. I really want to put these 2 together. Alright, well, let's go ahead and wrap this mission up, I suppose. There's not much point in pushing forward still. Unless there's some sort of crazy perfectionist. Alright, and that finishes mission 3. And all hope is lost as the power fades. Okay, that was Fitch. Now, I'm probably going to do up to an hour, a minimum of 1 mission and a maximum of 3 missions, if that makes sense to you. So we've completed 3 missions, and we're going to this is going to finish the first episode of Creeper World. One of my favorite time waster games. I could spend hours playing this. But we got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 more missions ahead of us. That's a minimum of 6 episodes in addition to this one, so 7 total. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And tell me how you feel about Creeper World down in the comments below. Alright, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.
It's where you must sit. It's where recurring, and enjoy. Sit. Take your sit. Sit. Take your sit. Sit. Take your sit. Take your.
I'll take my sit, okay? Calm down.